My name's Joe Zaibane. I'm the artistic director of debaj Storytellers. Debaj means storytellers, or the keepers of the stories in our language. The responsibility to these stories so that my great-great-great-great-grandchildren can have access to them in the same way that was preserved for me by my great-great-great-great-grandfather and grandparents. So yeah, I think the stories we're going to be sharing are passed on from an oral tradition, and some of the stories go back 50,000 years to the beginning of time. They're creation legends. So you have a whole generation of people now who don't speak their traditional language, and you have some elders who only speak in their traditional language. So there's a gap between the grandchildren and the grandparents because they can't communicate directly to each other. So I think one of the important things that we're doing also as a company is bridging that gap from the older generation to the younger generation, so that they can communicate again and they can pass on those stories, because as the elders pass on the stories and things pass on with them, because they were never written down anywhere, they were never put in a book. So
don't worry, we're not gonna say it like that every time. We'll just say Kahila, but in your head you'll be thinking Kahila.
All these stories, they have a meaning to it, you know. Maybe it's teaching you humility. Maybe it's teaching you truthfulness, honesty. And these are so crucial. These are values. These are principles. So if we can do that through our storytelling and bring it over here to all the other people from around the world, that makes the whole world a better place. And that's what we're supposed to do.
We're actually going into communities and getting to engage with communities. So it's not just about us telling a story and learning about the history of the people and the places that we're at.
Before we share our story, we want to know the story of the place we're going to be in, because it changes how we think about our story. We're a relationship-based company. We're a relationship-based people. So building the relationship is always the foundation for everything before we even decide if we want to engage in a project together. You have to have those strong ties, and I think that's what a lot of the other companies are here about building community. I think we have a saying in our creation process, the 4 directions creation process, that the artist is the creation and the performance is the celebration. So the artists themselves they are creation, and whatever they come is, and the performance becomes the celebration of life, the celebration of creation.
We're all artists, we're all human people, so I think like the sharing of ideas and not enforcing your beliefs and saying, well, our way of doing it is right and your way is not so right. It's like, no, we're all right because we're all artists, right? We're all here to create.
We went on the sunrise walk in the morning, and that's important for us to acknowledge the new territory that we're on. We're in a new place. We're not at home in our territory. We're in somebody else's territory. So the sunrise walk is a way for us to physically acknowledge that, okay, we're in this new place. So we come, we offer berries to the water, and we sing for the water, and it's a way to, just for us to acknowledge that and to figure out where we are in the world and decide what stories we want to share while we're here.